Hey everybody, I'm Silverwolf and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of something that I don't normally do. It is not exactly a toy in the traditional sense, even though it's called Hot Toys, but I've been waiting for this for, well, nearly a year since I pre-ordered it last year. And I think my friend Staria Dream can understand when you get something and you really want to unbox it but you have to wait, or you buy something and you have to wait for it to arrive. So there are no shout outs in this video because I'm filming it straight after the Boswell video, and I will be posting it in a couple of days time after the Boswell video, which I am now encoding as I speak. So we have the Yondu and I Guardians of the Galaxy 2 Deluxe Edition Hot Toys figure, and they do a non-deluxe and a deluxe edition. I ended up with a deluxe one because that was the only option I had when I pre-ordered it. So let's get started. Now it comes in this box from Hong Kong. It's not very interesting, this box. I did actually get the scissors and undo the top. So this is what you see in the top here. Let's have a look. It's huge! It's really big. It's got this sort of 80s feel to it. It looks a bit like an old cassette recorder, which of course ties in with the whole Guardians thing. Peter Quill's cassette player. I'm trying to fit it all in the picture here. There we go. There's a picture of Yondu. He's grinning. He looks quite happy. And you've got Awesome Mix Volume 2 in the top there. Take it out of this cellophane. I should really be using the scissors for this, but I'm kind of just pulling it off. There we go. Now we can see it better. There. Now I have never owned a Hot Toys figure before, so this is completely new to me. I don't know how they're presented or anything. But today I am finding out. It's got a volume thing on the side there. Looks quite 3D, but it's not. And on the back it's got a warning, do not swallow it, etc. Choking hazard and all that. In a million different languages as they come. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And there's a little logo on the side there, and 1/6 scale collectible figure. I follow one of the people who paints these on Instagram, and they are amazing. How they get them to be so realistic, like the actual characters they are portraying. So I guess we'll lie it down and lift the top off like this. There we go. So when you take the top off it, what you have is a list of all the people who helped make this figure. So the people who painted it and everything like that. Head sculptors, product designers, creative producers, head art director, head painters, accessory sculptors, etc. Package designers and things like that. So that's everyone who worked on it. And the one I follow on Instagram is JC Hong. He's really nice actually. He always replies when I comment on his pictures. So, lifting this part up, we have the figure itself in some sort of bubble thing. Now the thing that makes this deluxe is all these bits and pieces in the front here, so obviously they put this one in the deluxe ones and it's not included in the regular version. So, I will get the scissors to cut that away. Like this. There we go. So these are the accessories that are included with Deluxe Yondu. You've got Rocket's gun, Groot's little cage, and this, I think it's like a space suit thing for Yondu to hover about with. And I've got a feeling that's what they lacked. The jetpack. I've got a feeling that's what they lacked in the second film because he died. Spoiler alert! Anyway, so there he is. You can't see him very well, so I guess we'll be getting him out. Obviously, because this is an unboxing. So lift the whole thing out of here. Put that to one side. Right. Any sticky tape around this? No, I don't think so. Lift it off. It has actually got little things in either corner to keep it held on there. And that's what we have inside. and his hands are falling off. There's a little tiny fist on the floor. Punching. Oh. A little bro fist there. Well, the smallest bro fist. Right, so we've got underneath here, before we look at the figure himself, let's have a look at this. I don't suppose it says very much because obviously it's not battery operated or anything like that. Instructions. Probably to tell you how to put the spare hands on and stuff, and how to put his accessories on. You can see there all the instructions, how to put Groot on his little stand there. It tells you what extra things have come with him. It also says, don't get the suit in touch with sharp objects, fire or heat to avoid material damage. Goes without saying really, but there you go. And he's got magnetic sort of implant things. So you've got the fin and the regular one. You can swap them over. There's his arrow. And the arrow's got a trail, I believe, you can attach to it as well. And his little dagger that he keeps holstered on his sleeve, that Michael Rooker told me he uses to cut his food with. Because I asked him at a Q&A and that's what he told me. I think he made that up, but it came from him, so that must be canon. Okay, so I'm not going to pick this up vertically again in case more hands fall out. So let's get Yondu out himself. We've got this bit here, just peel that off. Put that to one side. So he's quite a large figure because he's quite detailed. Take these off. And it's quite dangerous here. He's got a plastic bag on his head, so we'll be taking that off in a minute. So let's take that off now. I don't really like plastic bags being on their heads. It just feels weird. Take the little bag off his hand. Oh, the tiny bit of sticky tape there. Peel that off. There we go. Plastic doesn't make a very good glove, I'm afraid. And he's got some on his feet as well, so I'll get these off. I believe. Yes, sticky tape strikes again. Let's cut that off here. And off his other foot. I don't really want to cut the plastic for if I ever want to put him back in the box again. I like to keep these things nice. Because I tell you, he wasn't cheap. He's got some more plastic here. Just underneath his trouser legs. I'm not quite sure what that is attached to. I see. A little hole at the top, you can just slip over his feet. Like that. There we go. So, before we go any further, look how realistic he is. If it will focus on him and not what's behind him, put my hand there. Come on. My camera's a bum sometimes. There we go. He is very realistic. They did really well with the sculpt on this one. I don't know how many points of articulation he has, but it's a fair amount. I don't often buy figures of things, but if I have a favourite character, I always like to get the best figure that is available of that character if I can, or at least the one that looks the most like it. So, looking at his clothes, I think this is like a sort of pleather kind of effect material. It's all lined there, you can see. Very authentic, just like in the film. Or should I say films? Because he was of course in two. And he's got a similar sort of suede feel on his little jacket in there. And his scarf. It's very, very authentic and it looks just like him, and they've included all the little details, which is great because I can never get his clothes right when I draw him, so I'm going to be using this as a reference. So there he is. So, what we have left in the box is the following assortment of things. We've got some little hands in various different poses. This is probably for holding his arrow. Again, it's not focusing on it. There we go. Holding his arrow there. And the little fists you've already seen. And what's this one? That's a fist with a hole in through the middle for holding his arrow again. That's the hands. We've got a stand here. This is the back part of it, so that he doesn't fall over. And the bottom part of the stand looks like this. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 it's got on it, and Yondu there as well. So it's nicely presented. When I'm not posing him and going on adventures with him, I'll probably have him in my cabinet. Or sitting on the arm of the sofa, I haven't decided yet. What's this? Oh, little ball joints. I don't know if they're spares or what, but they're ball joints for his wrists, I would imagine. Something like that. Little spare, other little spare things, they look like sequins. But those are probably for various parts of his coat and outfit, stuff like that. Spare buttons or something. Yeah, they are, I think, spare buttons. In case anything falls off, which is nice of them to think of that, you know. And in here we've got, oh, little teeny tiny Groot. There he is. He's attacking because he's pretty annoyed at being bullied by the Ravagers. My hand up there so it'll focus on him. There we go. Rah. Pop him back in there. He's probably annoyed at being stuck in there, actually. Got this here, which is, oh, this is the Groot stand. It's a little round one for him. We have the fin here, which is the other one that he's got. So this one here looks very authentic, like in the film. Even on the bottom there you can see all the little circuits and things underneath, and that is magnetic. And then we've got the arrow. This one here is just his arrow without anything on it. It's also got a protective thing on the end there as well. See there, so it doesn't break off. And then you've got the arrow here, which has got the trail on it, which obviously you put together to make it longer, again with a little protective thing. And that's another part of the trail there. It comes in, I think, 3 or maybe 4 parts. 4 parts, I think. No, just 3 parts. 3 parts for when he's whistling and his arrow is flying around everywhere. All in the right places so it fits in. So that's the unboxing of this figure. Let's see if I can get him to stand up. I'm pretty sure he will stand by himself. Let's see if I can... There. He's kind of leaning against the door and you can't really see his face, so we'll move the camera up. There we go. So yeah, I will be putting his other fin on because that's my favourite one. And experimenting with a few poses, maybe doing some photos and stuff like that, because it'll be a fun little sort of thing to experiment with. Seeing what I can pose him doing. I do actually have a Merle figure from The Walking Dead, so maybe I could take a picture of them together. That would be quite funny because they're around about the same height. So this has been a very long-awaited arrival, and I'm so glad it's arrived. I could have waited for another couple of days and done the video like on the day I normally do a video, but there was no way I was waiting any longer to unbox him, so I decided to do it today. So yeah, it's been a bit different, but I thought it would be interesting for people to see. I probably will never get one again because they're really expensive, but I tell you what, it's worth the money because they're so well made and so detailed. So if you want to see more videos of various different things I've unboxed, feel free to click the links that come up below. And this is Silverwolf signing off. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!